in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here for saga or blackmail. What we do here is to present Biafra to the whole world as a remedy. What we do is to present Biafra, represent Biafra, present it as a remedy to the world. More especially to the things that are happening in Nigeria that is a failed state. The only remedy for that failed state today is Biafra. That is why we are coming here on a daily basis, telling the world our story. Biafra is a country that have existed from 1967 to 1970. Nigerian government and its ally, the world powers, fought against Biafra for 3 good years. Committed genocide in Biafra land, took the life of innocent children, mothers, and parents, starved children to death. Millions died in Biafra within that 3 years because of the ban imposed on Biafra land. The blockade imposed in Biafra land by Nigeria and its ally, the UK, the United States, Russia, France, and the Arab nations. They were all in this game together. They fought against the little David for 3 good years until they tricked our parents and blackmailed them into accepting no victor, no vanquish. And in 1970, our soldiers gave in to no victor, no vanquish, hoping that things can change. And they gave Nigeria another opportunity to do things right. But what did Nigeria do? Instead of doing things right, Nigeria went ahead to continue to fight the war against the Biafrans in a different dimension. All they did was they changed the tactics of the war. It was no longer conventional warfare. They went into economic warfare, political warfare, and all that aspect of warfare that they have gone against Biafrans since 1967 to date. But in 2024, Nigeria declared an open war against Biafrans again. The Chief of Army Staff on the national TV said that they are fighting asymmetric warfare in Biafra land. Later on, he said they are engaging in jungle warfare in Biafra land. They declared the war. Everybody had it, and nobody asked questions. Nobody paid attention. The international community didn't pay attention. The media did not pay attention. International media, local media, investigative journalists, none of them paid attention to go and find out how is Nigerian government fighting this asymmetric warfare that they declared. How are they fighting this jungle warfare they declared? Nobody paid attention. Since 2024, Nigeria opened the floodgate of hell and continue to commit genocide in Biafra land as we speak. Even as we speak, it is still ongoing. Destruction of lives and properties, taking the life of the youths, making sure that no young person is standing in Biafra land. Young men from the age of 15 upwards have been massacred in cold blood in Biafra land. Since 2014 up to this minute, sponsored and powered by the governors and the politicians. Today, the fire has been intensified in Okigwe as we speak. As we speak, Okigwe is on fire. A lot of lives have gone down in Okigwe. Many innocent Biafrans have lost their life in Okigwe. There's nobody we can complain to. Nobody we can tell our story to. Nobody cares. Not even those who we call our own. Those who claim that they are the representative of the people. They don't care. They never talked about it. In fact, they are the one that sponsor and support it. They went ahead to recruit our fellow Biafrans to join them in the destruction of their own. That is how bad it is. Biafrans are recruited by the enemies against the Biafrans to destroy lives and properties. As we speak, Olo, Okigwe, more especially, is on fire. Towns have been deserted, villages have been deserted, no single person existed there. Homes destroyed, properties looted. Young men and women murdered in cold blood, their heads severed. Every single thing I'm saying here have a video evidence. It is sad that we cannot play some of those videos on YouTube. But most of you that are listening, if you are very conversant in social media, you must have come across these videos I'm talking about. Or if you're in a WhatsApp group, you must have seen these videos I'm talking about. The situation is tough than you can ever imagine. The atrocities of Nigeria government in Biafra land cannot be overemphasized. So many villages have been destroyed completely. People have left their villages. They didn't stop at that. As they are destroying lives and property, they are going ahead to push propaganda along with it, using the social media content creators and their own media to push a different narrative, claiming that it is the Biafrans that are destroying their land. They will go in with their terrorists in uniform, destroy lives and property, send people away from their villages. At the same time, they will come back to announce on the media, using both their content creators and their own media network, to tell you that it is because of the Biafran agitation, that is why people are evicted from their place. Is it a crime for someone to ask for self-determination? When has self-determination become a crime? The world is watching and they are silent. And I'm asking, at what point has self-determination become a crime? Is it because it has to do with Biafrans? Is it because it has to do with Biafran? And that is why Mazen Nane cried out in the court and said, why is it there is this global conspiracy against the Igbo Biafrans, more especially? Why the global conspiracy against the Biafrans? Why? And when Mazen Nane made that statement, you wouldn't understand. If you are just listening to him in the court there, you think he's just showing his frustration. But what he said is actually true, is what is happening. You can see that global conspiracy in the kidnap of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken in, he was reined in by Finland authority without any proper investigation, without any fact. They took him in and held him for good 6 months before they could be able to come out with a charge. Meaning that they did not do any, there was no investigation before the arrest. And Mazi Simon Ekpa has been there now, getting to 8 months and chasing to 1 year. They said that the case had been ended, and to give their verdict, they gave another adjournment of 3 months, which we expected is going to end by next month. You can imagine in a European country, taking somebody in without having an evidence to prosecute the person. You arrested somebody, a very important personality for that matter, a prime minister of a nation, without an evidence of a crime. And you held him for 6 months in search of evidence to use in your court. The global conspiracy against us cannot be overemphasized. It is something that is very plain and clear. If you decide to turn a blind eye to it, it's up to you. But those of us who are concerned, we will never be silent, we will continue to speak. Wherever you are as a Biafran, if you want freedom, you must add your voice now. We call upon all the lovers of freedom across the world. Those who care about humanity, if you care about humanity, add your voice to the plight of the Biafran people. The blood of the innocent is crying daily in Biafra land. Even as we speak, we have lost children, we have lost parents, lost brothers and sisters and friends and relatives, and continue to lose, even if we as we speak. The genocide against the Biafran people is going on a daily basis, conducted by the Nigerian government itself, using their sponsored terrorists that they claim that they have re-radicalized. After de-radicalizing their so-called terrorists and they send them to Biafra land, what do? To burn houses, destroy properties, take innocent life, and cause as much damage as they can. Make our land insecure. This was a region that is the most secure in Nigeria. A region where people find refuge in that contraption. A region that has all the blessings that Chukwu Biafra has offered. The most peaceful region. Nigeria government have intentionally made it a war zone. Nigerian government have made it a war zone. You can imagine in a region where they have checkpoints every 1 kilometer. Every one pole you have checkpoints. You have army checkpoint, you have naval checkpoint, you have custom checkpoint. Every forces in Nigeria have a checkpoint in Biafra land, in the city. But at the same time, there is kidnapping everywhere. The rate of kidnapping and organ harvesting have increased. Then what are the securities doing there? If they are not the sponsors, they only put those securities to make way for themselves to continue their evil deed. That is why many people that have been kidnapped have confessed that their kidnapping happened near a checkpoint where the police were. We have had several confessions when people were kidnapped near a checkpoint. And when you call on the police to intervene, they will never. Call on the military to intervene, they will not. It's not the first time, not the second time, not the third time. There are so many testimonies on the involvement of Nigerian forces in kidnapping of citizens. But when we talk about this, some people will think it's just a propaganda. We're making it up. We are not making it up. We speak with facts. And everything I say here, there are people, some people that has the nerves to say the same thing, even in their own conventional media. There are people confessing to what I'm saying. There are some people confessing to exactly what I'm saying. They confession everywhere. But whenever that confession comes out, their media will not follow up. They will make sure the case dies down. When the pressure becomes so much on social media that they cannot be able to hide it anymore, they say it once and then they make sure they die off the case. And they begin to change the narrative, just as they're doing today. Today, the only program they have today in their media is to change the narrative, remove the eyes of the people from the real perpetrators of those evil, and divert it somewhere else. They want you to believe that the people today that are causing the insecurity and the kidnapping are the Biafrans. That is what they want you to believe. And they have started that project. Sadly, some of us from the southeastern region of Nigeria, some of us Biafrans, are involved in promoting that evil agenda. We are helping them to change the narrative, led by a governor, Soludo. Today, Soludo is in the front line to change that narrative. A truth that has been revealed long before Soludo became a governor. Soludo has come to change it. That the Fulanis are not the troublemakers. They are not the ones involved in kidnapping. They are not the ones taking over villages. Soludo is trying to make the world believe that it is his people, led by his own son, that are kidnapping in Anambra State. If anybody must listen to Soludo, you have to tell Soludo to bring his son first for prosecution. Let him bring his son for prosecution. Bringing his daughter for prosecution. Then we know truly that all the people he has arrested are actually from his own home. My brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching this program from, do not give up. It does not matter what you hear or what you see. Do not give up. On today's program, we have come once again to do what we know how to do best. And today, the topic we chose on the program today says, be a part of all that is decent and be an ambassador for the kind of Biafra you want to live in. What kind of Biafra you want to live in? We have come to a stage where we have forgotten the real enemy. Just as I have narrated the evil of Nigerian government, that is supposed to be our duty, to narrate, explain, expose the evil of the zoo. Present Biafra as a remedy. Because there is no other way. You don't keep deceiving yourself. Don't even deceive yourself to talk about election or whatever. The only remedy today remains Biafra. Once Biafra is restored, every other thing will follow. But we that are asking and seeking for Biafra, what type of Biafra are you? How are you representing Biafra as an ambassador? How are you representing Biafra as an ambassador? Are you representing Biafra by joining the enemies to change the narrative and blame us for something that doesn't have anything to do with us? Is that how you are seeking for Biafra? Try as much as possible to be a part of all that is decent and be an ambassador for the kind of Biafra you want to live in. That kind of Biafra we want. It is you and I that we create that type of Biafra. We are not going to create another zoo. We will never create another zoo. And this is why I have been calling that everyone that is involved in the restoration of Biafra should retrace their step. Check yourself again and begin to think of reconciliation. How you are going to reconcile yourself back into the fold of Biafra. You saw the video of Mazen Nandekano that I played when he was talking about our brothers and sisters in the riverine area, in the coastal region. Mazen Nandekano in that video, he said, we cannot continue to quarrel among without ourselves and begin to continue on distrust among ourselves. We cannot continue to blame ourselves because there are people who are still holding on to abandoned property. There are people who are still angry that their properties were seized. There are people who are still angry that what they have today is what was seized. They don't want to give up on it. We should not allow anything to stand on our way to freedom. We should start creating a new environment for us. That type of Biafra we want to live into. We live in. That Biafra we want to live in. We have to be created within ourselves, within our mind, by our thought and our actions. And I continue to ask, check yourself, search yourself. Can somebody see you, your attitude, your broadcast, the way you behave on social media, the way you behave where you work? Can somebody see you and support Biafra? Are you being a good ambassador where you are? Are you being a good ambassador where you are? We are going to create the kind of Biafra we want. If we want to get to our destination, we have to work together in unity. Forget about your ego. Forget about your troubles. Forget envy and jealousy. The world is too big for us to occupy. Biafra will contain every one of us. Biafra is going to contain us. Every one of us will have an opportunity in Biafra. There is no doubt. We have countries of the world that are smaller than Biafra and they are doing very, very well. Everybody is fixed. When Biafra comes, our population will be a great advantage for us. And we are going to develop in a speed that nobody can be able to imagine. How are you representing Biafra? What type of Biafra do you want to live in? You saw the video of Master Simon that I played, where he explained where we are coming from, how the charter was established, how the army of Biafra was established, our focus and what we have proposed to look into and get into the United States of Biafra that we are in today. You saw that brief video where he explained how we managed to get into where we are today, where we started. You saw how he gave brief information on what he went through to form the army of Biafra. It is not an easy task. It's not a day job. But after all said and done, where are we today? Today, everything is falling apart before our own very eyes. You can continue to pretend all is well, all is well. Continue to pretend. It's up to you. You can continue to pretend. Feel free. Go ahead and continue to pretend. But you cannot pretend forever. The truth will always remain the truth. It doesn't matter who tells it. And a lie will continue to be a lie. It does not matter who tells a lie. No matter whom you are, when you lie, that your lie cannot become truth because you are so person and so person. If Pope lied, it is a lie. You call it a lie. If a Pope lied, it remains a lie will not change to be a truth because it is the Pope that lied. No, it can never happen. It can never happen. And the truth will remain the truth. Truth will not become a lie because it's the native doctor that told the truth. Truth stands on its own. And truth stands the test of time. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Every lie will be exposed and the truth will stand on its own. You can decide to spend all your time channeling your energy in lying instead of getting busy going to work. Look at what is happening in Biafra land today. Our land is being taken over. The land we are almost recovered. The land that when these Janjaweed hear about our exploit, they get shaken. A land where Nigerian government dare not conduct any mission. But today, they are conducting operation. Chasing the people that call themselves the army of Biafra into hiding. Something that has never happened before. Today, Nigerian government is chasing our army into hiding. And you are still there, claiming to be this and that. Everyone that is representing us on the ground as an army should be ashamed of him or herself. Those of us who are outside and support you must be worried about. You must be worried. If you are not concerned, it means you are evil. If you are a Biafran, seeing the success we have made before and where we are today, and you are not concerned, you are evil. I'm not part of those who will pretend. You see that things are going wrong and you are pretending all is well. All is not well. All is not well. Can we be able to get it right? Of course. Why not? We have done it before and we can do it again and again. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you in the name of Chukwu to tighten your belt. If you know your own responsibility, be serious in it and focus on it. Don't be a distraction to others. Don't be a deceiver. There is no need to lie to anybody. Speak the truth, and the truth shall set us all free. Just be sincere and straightforward in anything you do. When you see something, say something. Why are we pretending so much? Is this the type of Biafra that you are looking for? Are you trying to build another zoo, or you want to build a Biafra where people will live peacefully, where people's opinion will matter? A Biafra where we are going to have equal right, where every of us will be equal stakeholder. That is the Biafra Mazen Nande cannot dream of. That is the Biafra Mazen Samuel dream of. At this point in time, Mazen Nande can went just like in the video I played, he said it that you cannot even see the Biafran army. That when Biafra comes, you will throughout the whole your lifetime, you might not see Biafra army, and our police will not be holding gun. We are not going to be having a police force like Nigeria have. No, we will have a police, not a police force. We will have a police to direct people. A lot is going wrong. And we really have to have a change of mind the way we approach issues and the way we do things. Can we do better? Of course we can do better. The United States of Biafra have been declared. But declaration is not enough. We have to defend it. Where the job is on defending it. Defending the United States of Biafra is where the job is, not on declaration. Mazen Nandekan, in one of his programs, he said he doesn't want to make that declaration that every day people are declaring Biafra. That whenever he declares Biafra, it is once and for all. That we will defend it with everything we have. So where the issue is on defending it. So you, that is a Biafra, and you believe in Biafra, how are you defending the United States of Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024? How are you defending it? Declaration is one thing, but the most important thing is defending that declaration. You know, some of us who are the students of Mazen Nandekan and Mazen Simon Ekpa will listen keenly and we follow up. When we see things, there are things we see. There are things we see and understand that others don't understand. In as much as we don't rush to conclusion to say certain things or to make up words. Sometimes we pretend, we decide not to speak about issues. Sometimes we speak about issues with messages and videos that we play for you to get back your mind if you are losing your senses. Every one of us as Biafra, we have done a great job to get to where we are today. But how are we going to do to sustain it? How can we sustain this success that we have made? We were able to hold the template of Master Simon that he drew by himself, wrote by himself. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike on the 29th of November 2024, even in the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze, declared and said, on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, today, we declare the United States of Biafra, we become a sovereign state. Every one of us shouted and we all supported and we put our hand together and pushed on that declaration. Declaring Biafra is one thing. Defending it is the major job. How are you defending the Biafra that have been declared? How? And this question goes to everybody, both old and young, poor and rich, followers and leaders. How are you defending this Biafra that was declared? So many of us are still on their own camp. When we talk about the 40 states that were created. We still mention the templates that were there, every single thing. But at the same time, you are doing a different thing. How are you defending that United States of Biafra that was declared? If truly you believe that it was declared. Unless you don't believe. If you don't believe, you're a different thing. If you're not part of us, you're a different thing. I don't blame you. But for those more than 50 million people that put their hand on that voting, and you voted, I voted and said, go ahead with this declaration. I gave my consent for this declaration. Every single one of us, more than 50 million, we gave our consent for the declaration. And to the glory of Chukwu Okike, it was done. We are now in defense. How are you defending the declaration? In your own way. Whether you are in the Liberation Army or you are not. Whichever area you are doing your own job, how are you defending it? Be a part of that is decent, and be an ambassador for the kind of Biafra you want to live in. Be a part of all that is decent. Be a part of all that is decent, and be an ambassador for the kind of Biafra you want to live in. The ball is in our court. You don't just fold your hands and manna will fall. Gone are the days when manners are falling from heaven. It is no longer coming. You must be serious and know what to do. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian, for that super chat. I appreciate you for that support. Thank you, my brother Christian. May Chukwu Okike replenish you. Thank you so much. We must begin to have a rethink on how we do things, how we operate, and how we approach issues. The declaration is important. The most important thing today, how are you going to defend it? Sustain it until we get to our homeland. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike to pay attention, because a lot is happening. The Janjaweed are stepping up the game. If we don't do something, nobody is going to do anything for us, because the global conspiracy is huge. If we don't do something, no human being will do anything for us. And the fact is that it is not that the world do not know what is happening. Anybody in this world, the planet Earth, that tells you that he doesn't know the situation of the Biafran people or what is going on in Nigeria is a liar. The whole world knows the situation of Nigeria. They know that the Janjaweed, the terrorists, are in charge. They know the atrocities that the terrorists are committing against the Christians mainly. They know. The information is everywhere. Including in Washington, D.C. They have the information there. But they are waiting and relaxing. Waiting for you to take action. Just as they told Mazen Nandekano. They told him to go and do something. If you don't do something, nobody's going to listen to you. That until you show that your freedom worth your blood, nobody will listen to you. That is why we must wake up and begin to do it. If you think they don't know, they know what is happening even better than you do. They know. They know what is happening. But they will not do anything except you activate them. I will find them police everywhere. I am with something police everywhere. If you decide not to do something, nobody is going to do anything for you. That is why you must have to learn to stand up, do what you have to do, fight your battle. If you do not fight, nobody is going to come and fight for you. You must start up the battle, then the helper will come. That is why we are calling on everybody, wherever you are. Keep that quarreling. Keep your envy and jealousy. Keep aside your greed. Join us and speak. Join the battle. That is the only thing you can do. Let us come together and fight this battle. Some of us are busy being occupied with envy and jealousy. Look at what is happening in Biafra land today. Some of people are busy dragging the youth into misbehavior, dragging youth into taking unnecessary risk. And you think all is well. All is not well. And I have a message I have to play. This message was left in Igbo language. This message was dropped in Igbo language, but I will play it for those who understand Igbo language to pay attention to this very message that was delivered in Igbo language, to more especially the Igbos. I want you to pay attention to this very message. It's a very important message. Maybe some of us might be
kidney na liver nke a na-akpọ organ harvesting ebe niile ndị dibia a na-enyi nwaanyị n'afọ ime were ndị fake pastors ewela aka odo na-akụwa ụmụazị bekasịa ha achụ aja ego onye ọbụla chọrọ inwe ego nwatakịrị nọ na university 18 years 19 years njelu na one of the universities that is for federal government consulting work Blue Land Cruiser 2025 wee na-abịa akwụkwọ ụfọdụ na-ajụ kelee ebe mmiri si ba bụ opi ụgbọgụrụ kelee ebe mmiri ya si gbalụ ebe o si gbalụ bụ mgbe anyị bido celebrate sọnsọ ndị ji ego eziafa ka ego ọzọ na ala Igbo ego ka eziafa ihe onye ọbụla chọrọ bụ by all means ka ego ahụ gbuo ya aka and by the way ndị niile a na-eti money na water adreesị ndị Igbo o ji ehi 120 ni nna ya o ji akpati 590 million ni nne ya o mere nke a wenata n'aka ndị Igbo wenata n'aka ọsọ ụnụ fụla ego ebi m ma Abuja bịa Abuja ka ịfụ ndị nwere oyi uwe ka ha na-eyi sandal na-agala onwe ha n'ilo jee na Yoruba ka ịfụ ndị nwere oyi uwe ji aka ha n'anya moto na-akpọghọ bodyguards n'ihe niile na-ahụ ya anyị n'ọnụ bụ mgbede ụfọdụ ajụ ihe niile a na-eme ebe etu anyị si efe ego a na-atụ ego na bọndụ na-atụ n'ihe ego elu eji akwamozu ekreti go VIP onwe onye na-eji ama ọnụ dị ite na ọka amala ụdị wine na aṅụlọ na akwamozu nne akpati ya ọdụ floating ka akpati ya ọbụ gold nzuzu anyị ụwa ndị ọzọ enebego anya anyị na-asịwa na anyị ma ihe na anyị ma ihe mana n'omume niile ọ dị ka ihe ndị ma ihe na-eme ọ bụ na ndị ọbụla na na-efe ego na-achọ ka akpata ego ndị kele na ndị nze na ọzọ na ndị igwe na ndị eze enweghị onye ahịa echi echichi n'aha onye nwere ego ndị ụka enweghị onye ahịa bịa na nne maọbụ nna ya mbụ bishọp maọbụ echichi ọbụla ochiri n'aha onye nwere ego ndị nwere ego ka a na-echi esi nne na-echi ada ụka na nke ọzọ ndị ụmụ ha nwere ego ime anụ na ụmụaka na-ene n'ihe niile achọ ka ha kpata ego by all means echekwana na ntọ ya akwụsị taa echekwana na ihe ọjọọ ya akwụsị mgbanwe niile a ga-ebido ịkwụsịnụ mgbe ndị ụka bidoro ikwu eziokwu mgbe anyị ereseti ogbenye maka na ọkwụgbala aka ọtọ chọghị ịkpa ego ọbara mgbe anyị ene mmadụ anya wee sị ya na agaghị ebu ego ogwu n'isi maka ụdị mmadụ ebu ebee ka ego gosi mgbe anyị ajụ nwa agbọghọ lụrụ ụlọ be nna ya ebee ka isi weta ego mgbe nwaanyị nọ na di nọkọta bụrụ bilonia overnight onweghị onye jụrụ ya ajụjụ ma di a na-etu ya achala ogo. Nsogbu anyị abago ụba so na ihe eji gata n'ụzọ ọjọọ ahụ anyị na-aga wee malite ugbu a jụọ onwe anyị ego niile a na-efe n'elu 400 cows eji enyi nne na nna akpati 1 billion anyị na-akọ maka ibu nne na nna gị nwụrụ anwụ na helikọpta ọbụbụ omenala anyị ọ na-abụ nje funerals mgbe ụfọdụ ifela a na-eme ifu ebe a na-akpọpụ wine wine 600,000 wine 800,000 ndị VIP